Good evening. My name is Mufalo, and I'm the Executive Director for the Maine Migrant Rights Coalition. I'm exhausted. Our organization is exhausted. When something this big happens, and it happens on your watch as a leader, history is going to remember you. What did you do? There's been so much pain that's come from the community, and it keeps coming. But it's on your watch. When the lights are turned off today, it's on your watch. We're always asked as an organization, tell us what to do. We're tired of telling you what to do as an organization. I know my friends from Presente, I think were here or they're still here. We're tired. But this is happening in your town. This is happening in your town. It's got nothing to do with politics. It's got to do with a life. When January 20th happened, I was telling everyone, you are affected directly or indirectly. As leaders, what are you going to do? I have a statement I've shared with the mayor, and he'll share that with you. But after listening to everyone, I want to look at you leaders. It's on your watch. What are you going to do for this community, not just immigrants, for this community, because this community is destabilized because an immigrant life has died. It's on your watch. Let the immigrants remember that change came from a small town in Maine called Biddeford. Let change come from this small town.
Good evening. My name is Tophe Thorne, and I'm here on behalf of Presente, Maine. As the mayor alluded to over the past week, we have been supporting the family through this traumatizing series of events. But tonight, we are not here to talk about paperwork. We're not here to debate work permits or court dates or immigration status, because the truth is, none of that matters. No piece of paper determines whether a human being deserves to live or to die. Johan Sebastian Duran Guerrero was a father, a partner, a worker, a neighbor, and a human being. And last Monday, as we all know, on July 13th, he was shot and killed in cold blood on the streets of this city. But this is bigger than one shooting. This is bigger than Biddeford. It's bigger than Maine. We have been watching a pattern of state-sanctioned violence unfold against our communities across the entire country. Lorenzo Salgado Araujo in Houston. Of course, Alex Preddy and Renee Nicole Good in Minneapolis. The 22 individuals who have died in ICE custody just this year alone. These are the ones that we know of. And now, of course, Johan Sebastian here in our streets, countless families destroyed, and one agency responsible every single time. This violence and criminalization is not new to us. In January, our communities lived through an ICE occupation that never truly ended. At the time, we warned publicly at Presente that in meetings with local officials, in statements just like this one, that the longer ICE remained embedded in our communities, the more likely it was that someone was going to die. A community member, a legal observer, someone. And here we are, 6 months later, standing here, proven right in the worst possible way. And when asked about this violence, what did we hear from those in charge? I saw an interview last week. Tom Homan, one of the architects of this administration's immigration enforcement, called these deaths not even a bump in the road, not even a pause worth taking seriously. That is how little our lives are worth to those in charge of running this operation. This family will carry this loss for the rest of their lives. Their 3-year-old daughter will grow up without her father. That is not a bump in the road. That is a lifetime of grief that this administration both created and dismissed in the very same breath. So when we say no more, we mean it. Not another statement, not another investigation that ICE controls. We are not here to ask for the review of use of force policy or wait for a report, and we are not here to ask for more training or a review of ICE's procedures and their tactics. We have to make sure that this time it is actually different. that the family's grief and a daughter growing up without her father means something beyond the headline that we are already seeing fade in a week. That there is justice. There are no other families added to this very same list. So we're here to say today that ICE has no business in our communities, not in our jails, not in our schools, not at our poll sites, and not in our streets. May I finish? May I have a few more? If you want safe communities, ICE cannot be a part of them, full stop. Every single dollar, every agreement, and every ounce of cooperation that any city and state gives this agency makes all of us less safe, full stop. And we will accept nothing less than a total dismantling of this lawless criminal agency. So we refuse once again to grieve quietly and wait for change, not when our very survival is on the line. Our communities today are actively under attack, not hypothetically, not someday, but right now. So we are asking this council to stand with us with actions and not statements. So you must continue to block the deputization of local law enforcement to participate in mass detention and deportation, and also break collaboration between ICE and CBP and DHS and FBI and local law enforcement. We must continue to advance transnational cultures of care, belonging, invitation, accountability, and interdependence, and even and especially under pressure, building relationships with those who have experienced the violence of incarceration, detention, and deportation firsthand. So please protect this community, because until you do, none of us are truly safe, and no family is protected from becoming the next name on this list. Thank you.